These desperate babies crying in the scorching sun have never met their father. He left before they were born. Their mother, 38-year-old Katina Treza, says the twins, Jair and Jaira, were born in December 2022 and are two of her six children. Teresa raises them as a single mother. She says her children aren't orphaned. Their father, she adds, just disappeared.
I have nothing. I have nothing to give the children. I don't have soap to wash their clothing, nor food to feed them.
Do you plan to search for your husband? Do you want him back?
No, he did not call me. He ran away from here. He won't come back anymore. He ran away.
Teresa is one of many women in several villages in the region who saw their partners leave in search of a better life during the most intense years of the cyclical drought that has been affecting southern Angola for over 30 years. The women who in the most intense years of the drought between 2019 and 2022 saw many of their husbands turn into climate migrants. While some came back after some time, others never returned. This is where the 38-year-old Katina Treza lives with her children. The mother of six has to support and take care of them by herself since the husband has left 2 years ago and gone to Namibia. Here they say he's gone missing since he hasn't said anything or sent any message since then. Katina has to count on her 80-year-old mother to look after the children while she has to travel long distances in search of water.
When my daughter goes to fetch water, I have to take care of the twins. I can get them on my back to accompany their mother to fetch water, so I can only sit with them until she returns.
Southern Angola's rural population continues to face many challenges. The lack of food and water is still the main concern. People tell Voice of America that they have seen many of their neighbors die of hunger and suffer from malnutrition in previous years.
We had 4 years without rain. Since the famine arrived here in the Bada area, many men had to abandon their women. The men said they were going to get food, but never came back.
Selepo is a farmer. She has 4 children of her own, but still takes care of 2 nephews. Her husband has not abandoned her. She says he's a climate refugee who started going to the capital, Luanda, at the height of the drought here in Shibia. Unlike some other cases, Selepo's husband travels back very often.
He goes to Luanda because of the needs we face here. Because of the drought here, there's no money, the cattle die, and that's why he goes to Luanda to look for better living conditions, and then he sends us money.
51-year-old Mwechia Wiza Kuchia wakes up early every day to take care of the few livestock he has left. Kuchia was in Luanda for almost 2 years. He says that life is not easy in the capital city either.
In Luanda, I worked in an iron factory. It was my brother who got me the job, but things weren't easy.
Now that he's back in Shibia, a town in the province of Huila, it's up to him to take care of an entire kimbo, which is a set of houses that form a rural community known in the local language Mbondo. He looks after 5 families, including his 4 brothers, who also went to Luanda because of the drought, left their wives and children in his care.
When my brother's children are sick, I use my money to buy medicine, but there are days when I don't have any money either, so I have to go into debt to support their women and children.
The International Organization for Migration, IOM, defines climate migrant as those who must leave their homes and communities because of the effects of climate change and global warming. According to data from Amnesty International, which cites local organizations, in May 2021 alone, more than 7,000 Angolans had crossed the Namibian border because of the drought in the southern part of the country.
The villages are completely abandoned in the hands of women, children, the elderly, and people with disabilities because men are taking refuge to other locations, fleeing hunger and death. They are going to Luanda, Kunene, Namibia, and even to other countries.
Cecilia is a preeminent activist in the southern region of Angola, working with an organization called Association Building Communities. For years, she has been advocating for the rights of the most vulnerable communities. She says the government's lack of action for those affected by the drought is one of her biggest concerns.
Our government does not want to be touched by human suffering. It does not want to be touched by these people who have lost their dignity. In the struggle for human rights, nothing is more painful and humiliating than seeing another human being die of hunger. They die with no dignity.
Voice of America reached out for comments from the Angolan government, but the two departments we contacted declined our requests. Priest Pio Wakusanga has been advocating for the hardships many Angolans face in the southern region due to poverty and hunger.
When people heard that we had a community kitchen, they all started coming, including adults, men, women, and children. Some had to walk more than 90 or 100 kilometers, sleeping along the way for a few days, eating leaves along the way, until they finally reached us.
While the situation of poverty, hunger, and food insecurity of Angola's widows of the drought and children continues to get worse by the day, activists and non-governmental organizations on the ground continue to call on the Angolan government to declare an emergency situation so that most vulnerable people can receive the assistance they deserve.